Welcome back to Morgborg Tech. This is the retro unboxing of the Nokia 6015i for Verizon Wireless INpulse. That is the name of their prepaid service way back in the day. This was actually a Christmas gift, believe it or not. And I believe this would have been about $40 off of eBay. However, this phone actually had a sticker on it that I removed that said roughly how much this would have cost. Right here, as you can see, $125 from a place called Communications Plus. And I can show that because it doesn't have any information about the business itself. They must be some kind of a third-party reseller of phones wherever they're located. But yeah, let's take a look at this phone here. This phone came out around 2005, so this phone, I'll show you this back here, July 29th, 2005. So this phone is 18 years old, quite old. One of the oldest devices I've unboxed at this point, believe it or not. So let's take a look around this package before opening it up. So you can see, INpulse, Verizon Wireless, text messaging support, T9, color display, unlimited calling to any Verizon customer, unlimited nights, 10 cents per minute for all of their calls. This is pay as you go here. I'll let you read that. Color display again, and just some pictures. Some fine print there. More fine print. Some barcodes on the bottom. So you can see revision May of 2005. And here's some features. Color display again. Support for text messaging. You can download ringtones. This phone has a speakerphone. This box comes with the phone, battery, charger, proprietary. This would probably be similar charger and maybe battery, I'm sure, to my Nokia 6016i. If you can't tell, this phone looks very similar to that phone as well as my 6019i from US Cellular. Warranty, setup guide, phone user guide, and airtime when you set up service, and some information about INpulse. Here's some information that it looks like is obscured. But something interesting about this phone, for being a Verizon device, this phone actually doesn't have very much Verizon customization on it, aside from the startup. However, it's still the Nokia jingle. So when you start up this phone, it'll say Verizon Wireless. Otherwise, this is a Nokia device. It does not have Verizon's software. It's Nokia software. So to open this package, I have some seals to cut here, here, and here. There's another seal on the bottom. Looks like is a little loose, but I will leave that on. And hopefully I don't need to bring out my clippers. Maybe this will just peel off. So let's open this phone up. Opens up quite easily. Here's this with a little plastic insert. Here's the phone. It's a little dirty, it looks like. Here is, let's see this. do lots of cool stuff. And this is sealed, so this must be the documentation. Get to know your new phone and service. This is a CD. Appears to be stuck in here though. You can take a look at that. Pretty cool. We never stop working for you. I can hear James Earl Jones saying that in his voice on the old Verizon commercials.
We never stop working for you.
And here is the quick reference guide. Just showing you how to use this phone. Inside here is the charger. Interesting, it's wrapped up in this tissue paper. I don't know if it would have come like this back in the day or not. And here's the battery. BL6C. So this is actually the same battery from my 6015i. And this all comes out. So that's all of the contents in the package. So I will get cleaned up off camera and we can proceed. Just as a side note before I clean up, something I thought I would say is I find it quite interesting how this phone, it looked like it would have a clamshell package, but really these plastic pieces separate quite easily, and I believe it came like this from the factory, because I don't see any indication that this would have been one of those frustrating packaging. So pretty cool. One more thing to mention about this package that I noticed was when I opened it, I noticed it had kind of a smell on the inside of it. An interesting smell. I wouldn't say a bad smell, but it just smelled like old phone, I guess. Old phone smell, if you will. So here is what we will need to get this phone started. Just the battery and the phone, since this phone doesn't require a SIM card because it is a CDMA device. So let's remove this back cover. Install the battery. Nice and snug in there. Wow. Yeah, she is in there. So put the back cover back on. And let's remove this screen protector. Telling you how to activate. Dial *228 and press option 1. If you do that nowadays, because the tower's been shut down, you won't get anywhere. They'll tell you there's no service. If you did it before Verizon's towers shut down, you would have been taken to a roaming message. You would have been able to purchase minutes for roaming, which I thought was interesting. I actually thought about buying roaming for one of my many Verizon phones, but I ended up not doing it since I didn't have a bunch of money. So let's take a look at this phone real quick. Here's the earpiece, Nokia logo, our small screen, similar to that, again, of the 6016i and the 6019i. Our menu keys, standard navigation, send, end, this is not the power key, and a standard number pad, and our colored Verizon logo, so that's a nice touch. Usually, most Verizon phones, the logo would have been either black or white. On the top is the power button with an extendable antenna for better signal. Pretty firm, always good. On the right side is a 2.5mm headphone jack. On the bottom is our charge port, and this should be the data sync port. On the left side is nothing except for this here, which is our tiny little speaker. On the back is the Nokia logo, Verizon, and the little button to remove the back cover like this. So let's see if this phone has any power. I bet you it doesn't. I'll probably need to charge this phone for a little bit. Go figure. So I'll be back after I've charged this phone for a few minutes. Alright, so it's been a few minutes, so let's give this phone some power now. So we can see there is no date since this phone has never been connected to the Verizon network. Searching for network, it's going to say that for literally all eternity at this point, since the Verizon network, the old Verizon network, has been shut down. So that is the Nokia 6015i. So that's the retro unboxing of the Nokia 6015i for Verizon. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.